CompTIA A Core 2 Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 2.4 Summarize types of malware and methods for detection, removal, and prevention. Types of malware. When it comes to malware, think of it like that one friend who crashes your party uninvited, devours all your snacks, and leaves behind a total mess. But instead of crumbs, malware leaves a trail of chaos throughout your system. Before we break down the different types of malware, let's start with a simple definition. Malware is malicious software designed to damage, disrupt, steal information from, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system. Some malware focuses on destruction, some focuses on spying, and some simply wants to use your system for the attacker's benefit. With that foundation in place, let's explore some of the most common malware types you are expected to recognize for the CompTIA A Core 2 exam. First up, we have viruses. A virus is malware that replicates by attaching itself to clean files or programs. When the infected file is opened or executed, the virus activates and spreads further throughout the system. Much like a biological virus, its primary goal is replication and infection. Viruses can corrupt files, damage operating systems, slow system performance, and spread to additional devices if left unchecked. Next, we have Trojans. A Trojan is malware disguised as legitimate software, tricking the user into installing it voluntarily. Unlike a virus, a Trojan does not self-replicate. Instead, it relies on deception to gain access to the system. Once installed, a Trojan may steal information, create backdoors, download additional malware, or give attackers remote access to the device. It is essentially malware hiding behind a disguise, pretending to be something trustworthy. Some malware focuses specifically on remaining hidden, which brings us to rootkits. A rootkit is malware designed to conceal its presence while providing unauthorized access to a system. Rootkits often embed themselves deep within the operating system, allowing attackers to manipulate system processes while avoiding detection by traditional security tools. Because they operate so close to the core of the operating system, rootkits can be extremely difficult to detect and remove. Another increasingly common threat is fileless malware. Unlike traditional malware that installs files onto a storage drive, fileless malware operates primarily in system memory, often using legitimate system tools such as PowerShell or Windows scripting utilities to carry out malicious actions. Because little or no malicious code is written directly to disk, fileless malware can be much harder for traditional antivirus software to detect. Instead of leaving obvious files behind, it abuses trusted system processes already present on the computer. Ransomware is like a digital hostage taker. It infiltrates a system, encrypts files, and demands payment, often in cryptocurrency, in exchange for restoring access. The behavior of ransomware is simple but devastating. It locks users out of their own data. Even if the ransom is paid, there is never a guarantee that the attacker will actually restore the files. This is why secure backups are one of the most important defenses against ransomware attacks. Some malware focuses less on destruction and more on surveillance. Spyware is malware that secretly monitors user activity and collects information without the user's knowledge. This can include browsing habits, login credentials, personal information, or financial data. Spyware often operates quietly in the background for long periods of time, making it especially dangerous because users may not realize they are being monitored. One specific type of spyware is stalkerware. While spyware is generally designed to secretly collect information from many potential victims, stalkerware is more focused on monitoring a specific individual without their knowledge or consent. Stalkerware may track text messages, phone calls, GPS location data, browsing activity, or even microphone and camera usage. While some monitoring software is marketed for parental controls or employee monitoring, stalkerware is often associated with abusive or malicious surveillance. Like other forms of spyware, it attempts to remain hidden while continuously gathering information about the victim's activity. Another specialized form of spyware is a keylogger. A keylogger is malware that records every keystroke a user types, allowing attackers to capture usernames, passwords, messages, and other sensitive information. Some keyloggers are software-based, while others exist as physical devices placed between a keyboard and a computer. Because physical keyloggers operate outside the operating system, traditional antivirus software may not detect them at all. A boot sector virus targets the boot sector of a storage device, which is the area responsible for helping the operating system start during the boot process. Because this malware infects such a critical part of the system, it can be extremely persistent. Even reinstalling the operating system may not fully remove the infection if the boot sector itself remains compromised. Next, we have crypto miners, sometimes referred to as cryptojacking malware. Crypto miners secretly use a system's resources to mine cryptocurrency for an attacker. Instead of directly stealing files or locking data, crypto miners steal computing power. Infected systems often become unusually slow, noisy, or overheated because the malware continuously consumes system resources in the background. Another category worth mentioning is a potentially unwanted program, commonly referred to as a pup. Unlike traditional malware, pups are not necessarily designed to directly damage or compromise a system. Instead, they are programs that users may not realize they installed or may not actually want on their device. These programs are often bundled with free software downloads and may install browser toolbars, display excessive advertisements, change browser settings, or collect usage data. While pups are not always outright malicious, they can still negatively affect system performance, create privacy concerns, and introduce additional security risks. Some pups may also make it difficult to remove them or may continuously prompt users to install additional software. Because of this, security tools often flag pups as suspicious even if they are not classified as full malware. As you can see, malware comes in many forms, each designed with different goals and behaviors. Some malware spreads aggressively, some steals information quietly, and others focus on remaining hidden for as long as possible. Understanding these differences is important not only for the exam, but also for recognizing suspicious behavior and protecting systems in real-world environments. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.